everybody, welcome back to my studio, to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laurie Cloutier. I'm a French-Canadian artist and I'm here to document my journey towards launching my very first collection of very personal artwork, as well as launching my website and the process of focusing on my artistic ambitions and making my dream a reality. So thank you so much for joining. Today, I want to hit the ground running and tell you about the painting that you see behind me. So it's halfway done. It's still in the early stages, might I say. It's going to be a paint with me video where I explain my process right now, specific to this collection and my thought process behind this piece itself. So if you're ready, let's jump right in. So when I started thinking about what I wanted to paint for myself outside of doing pet commissions for friends and family, I digged into my photo album on my cell phone and liked or put in an album all of the pictures that really generated the same emotions that I've been talking about in my two last videos. So the richness of simple moments in our life and how we can celebrate those moments and burn them into memory for them to outlive us on a canvas. So one of those pictures was one of a trip that we took, that we take every year actually. It's 6 hours north of Montreal. It's where my father's family comes from. And we go every year to see family, but also just spend time together by a lake. We still have a family cottage by that lake. And it's a place that's very known for growing wild blueberries. So it's a place where you can just go in the woods and collect a lot of blueberries, and actually the local people from that region are called blueberries. So it's just a little nickname to describe the people there. We go there every summer around the time where we can harvest blueberries, and we, my sisters, my brothers-in-law, my father, we all go in the woods and it's like wild blueberry fields, and we pick blueberries. And so this painting is will be a wild blueberry field. And I chose this picture. You can't really see it yet, but right there is my father picking blueberries. The reason why this really struck a chord to me is, first of all, it's a tradition, it's a family tradition, it's something that's been done forever and ever in our family. Not only us going back as adults and going year after year every summer to do it, but also like my grandfather was doing it, his father was, picking blueberries. It's just part of what I'm made of. But also, my husband noticed, I didn't name him earlier, he doesn't really like to go there and get eaten by mosquitoes. And there's the good side of this story and there's a mosquito part of this story. He doesn't really like to go out there and pick fruits with us. So he stays at the cottage with our dog, where we all go. And blueberries are like blue gold to us. It's we're very territorial about our harvests, and we don't share. So it's like kind of a funny inside joke, but my sisters, whatever they collect, they harvest with their with their partners. It's their harvest, and giving away one blueberry is a capital crime. So when I go, I only go by myself because my husband doesn't really like to accompany us, and so my harvest is always half of theirs because it's the two of them going. And so my father over the years noticed that. I never complained, it was always what it was, but he noticed that, and last year he chose to share his harvest with me. he said, well, you know, your husband doesn't come with us, so here's part of my bunch, my pickings, and I only need, you know, this bucket or whatever, so take all of the rest. And so this simple act of kindness, this generosity from him, just saying, you know, I'll share my harvest with you because your husband doesn't, you know, join us, or because your harvest is just a bit smaller. It was very, not surprising, but it was such a nice gesture that's so small and big, if you know what I mean, and significant. And that's why I decided to paint this scene as a reminder of this family tradition, this very old family tradition, as well as my father's act of generosity and kindness towards me. And so this painting is very, very symbolic to me for this very reason. And I feel like it's gonna be nice to look at too, if anything, because it's a field of wild blueberries. So like I said, right now it's maybe halfway done. I still have many coats to apply on it for it to look the way I want it to look. In the process of making this collection, a collection that's going to be cohesive, even though all of those memories are distinct, all of those moments that I'm putting into paint and transforming into paintings are very separate. I'm not sure I need to find this like conductive thread through all of the paintings. So it is very possible that I'm not going to finish any of the paintings until maybe the very end, or some other later on in the process, so that I can really find that thread and make the final touches when it's done, after the whole collection is done. Of course I'm gonna progress before then on this one, and I'm gonna share that with you as well. But I've learned already, this is the second one I've started, and I have another one that's far along that I kind of stopped because I was getting to a point where if I finished it, it was going to look picture perfect, but not necessarily symbolic enough for what I want the full collection to carry. And so just starting this new one really made me dial back on the details that I was putting into that other one that you can kind of see a little peek of right there. Another nature scene, another memory, very, very deep, that one. Stay tuned. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that my process was entertaining, if anything, instructive maybe, and just fun to watch. So stay tuned for my next video. I'll be posting every other week until the launch. So thanks for joining. Your comments, your likes are very appreciated. Subscribe if that's something that you can relate to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.